With so many games dropping on so many different platforms, I'm here to save you time and money by trying them out for you. This is Should You Play? Quarantine Zone, you're responsible for the last blockade. Your job entails inspecting survivors, rationing resources, building the base, and also participating in a tower defense-like mode where you're stopping a bunch of zombies from hoarding your base. Game gets pretty intense by the way of keeping your people safe. As you're inspecting, you're required to either trust those people coming in, sending them straight to your flock, quarantining them, seeing if they develop any type of symptoms or just as a precautionary admittance, or liquidating, which is getting them out of there. It's just getting them out of there. So you have to be very careful in how you inspect these people. You are given a set of tools: thermostat, UV light. You also have a device for x-ray vision, so that way you can see if there's any bites. You'll be given a manual showing you the symptoms, and some of the symptoms are pretty tricky, but we'll talk about that a little later. Besides the inspection itself, which is absolutely a fun time, is the graphics. The graphics are really, really good. They took a lot of time to go ahead and get those facial cues. Like, you'll have one come in and they're like, oh, I got bit by a dog, and you'll see their eyes moving around, and it might be true or it might not, but that's the beauty of it, because you actually have to do your job. It's not one of those simulated games where you're like, all right, cool, bro, just come on in. You know, it gets real tricky. As I said, we're going to talk about that later, but it gets real tricky. I enjoy the facial expressions, the worry that they have, or the cockiness. Some will just be agitated, and that doesn't mean that they're infected. They're just upset that they have to go through that. So it'll make you feel the type of way about it, and that is the beauty of this game.
I bit my lip. That's it. Look, see? It's not serious.
You ain't got no bag? Oh shit, bro, come on. High? Pulse high? All right, bro. Let's see. Pulse high, extreme pulse, right? Definite sign of infection, and your ass was reading off the charts. All right, bro. I get at you, man. We ain't even gonna expect no more. You bit your lip. Hey, don't worry. We got a little medical office right here. We'll go ahead and take care of your lip. You know, any other issues you got. Then we're just gonna liquidate your ass, boy. Get up out of here. What's wrong with you? I also love the fact that they took the time to just give you a variety of people coming in. It's not the same dude with a different color. No, it's all different people. So you feel like, hey, I haven't seen this guy before. What's up with him? Where did you come from? And it creates a great dialogue. So if you're like a streamer, creates great dialogue for you to be like, hey, where'd you come from, dude? No, this dude looks super suspicious. And it gets your chat involved really good. So that's a big plus for me. I didn't feel bored when I was inspecting these guys, because like I said, it gets real tricky, and some of them are very simple, but it will have you second guessing yourself. So they did a phenomenal job doing that. Now, the controls weren't anything dynamic, but they're very solid, especially for an early access game. Everything felt pretty smooth. Well, I can't say everything felt smooth. There was the rationing part. When you do the ration, you have to deal with the cart, and the cart is just, mechanics on it is just heinous. It slows down everything. You go from inspecting and having a good time to looking at some upgrades, upgrading your place, and then boom, here comes this cart, and you're like, dude, come on. Every time it comes around to feed your people, make sure that there's food, make sure that there's fuel for the generator, it becomes pretty tedious. So I hope they do something with that cart, or find a better way for us to refuel and tend to our flock. So hopefully they work on that, but as of now, that it's a bit annoying. But as far as the controls, scanning the people, inspecting them, very smooth. The gunplay is not a lot of gunplay, obviously, very smooth. The tower defense, it can definitely use a lot of work. It can use a lot of work. It feels very blah. Like, I get the concept, I get what you're trying to do, but put some spice on it, put a little funk on it, because it feels like I'm inspecting these guys with great visuals, then with amazing graphics, and then boom, here comes a mobile game. You know, so it kind of ruins the immersion. So I hope they tweak that a bit to make it more immersive and a little more intense as well. Make it feel like a real threat, because it didn't feel like a threat. The what are you? You're in like a turret or something, and you're using this minigun, and it just feels a little wonky. It feels a little wonky. So if they tighten that up, make it a lot more immersive, put a little more effort into that, it could be worth having. Now let's talk about the difficulty of this game. You would, like I said, you would think it's a simulator, so you know it'll start getting cheesy, and you're like, all right, guy, I see you kind of, your eyes are moving a bit, so something's wrong, or you're upset, so that means you're infected. But no, they do not do it that way at all. You would have someone come in and they're super angry, super aggressive. You're looking in the manual and you're like, okay, he's aggressive, his eyes are a little yellow, he has some bruises. Oh, this dude has to be infected. No, that dude is absolutely fine. That dude is fine, and it's just playing with your head. And as you continue to get these tasks in, and you get them wrong, and you send someone to get liquidated, and you feel terrible, now it ruins your day, you're gonna start making some bad decisions, and the game will eat you up from there. So I really love that aspect. And like I said, that was the graphics, and just deciding the fate of these people coming in trying to seek asylum is just, it's amazing. That it is super immersive. The tools that they give you, they're really cool. It's not your average inspection. If you ever played a game where you're inspecting people, you know, I feel like they made this their own. I haven't played a genre like this where I'm inspecting people and just getting so enwrapped in it, you know, so engaged. So great job on it. The difficulty, it starts off smooth, and then they start throwing wrenches at you. I sent a couple people to their grave, and you know, I still think about them at night when I sleep. So if you're looking to play this game, I highly suggest it. Right now it's not slated to come out until about November 2025, so only the demo is out, but it's free. So if you have time, give it a whirl. I do recommend it. And if you enjoyed the content and looking forward to more of Should You Play, drop that like button and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.